right, good morning, wrestling fans, and welcome back to the Nation Network, Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. We are just about 10 days away from what promises to be a most memorable, most historic day in professional wrestling history. It has been deemed WrestleMania. It'll take place on March 31st at Madison Square Garden. Tickets long ago sold out. The Felt Forum sold out. But you can still watch on closed circuit or right here on the Nation Network. It is going to be a who's who when it comes to professional wrestling. The tag team titles are going to be defended, and now we know it will be the Dream Team going up against the Killer Bees.
That's one of those matches that I'm very much looking forward to. The Killer Bees have been on an absolute tear here in the World Wrestling Federation since getting here. But here's another team that wants a shot at those titles. They were the former champions, albeit not for that long a time.
Well, indeed, they may have a bit of an argument to make here. Twisted Steel, Ken Patera, and his tag team partner, the former World Heavyweight Champion, former World Tag Team Champion in his own right, Superstar Billy Graham.
Well, we all remember it was originally Billy Graham teamed up with Jesse Ventura. After the injury sustained at the hands of Sergeant Slaughter, Ventura is out and will not be coming back. Patera was handpicked by Superstar Billy Graham, and they had a little bit of success for a short period of time, but once they ran in, the Samoans right here were the team that took those titles away from them, and then the Dream Team got them from the Samoans before Twisted Steel could get them back.
Indeed, a little bit of a hot potato there, but right now it appears the Dream Team has a firm grip on those, along with luscious Johnny Valiant. He's not letting those things go, you can believe that. We are actually going to be seeing some one-on-one competition later today. Regarding that match, it'll be Brutus Beefcake going head-to-head with B. Brian Blair. So we'll get a little bit of a preview, perhaps, of what to expect on March 31st. Also tonight in our main event, it is going to be, when I say a big main event, it doesn't get any bigger. Andre the Giant teaming up with Big John Studd. They'll be going up against Tavish and Pedro Morales.
Yeah, Pedro Morales, former Intercontinental Champion, a contender for the World Heavyweight title. But even Pedro's going to be looking at a big problem when he gets in the ring later tonight. Take a look at the strength right now. Patera deadlifting a Samoan overhead. Can you believe this?
Not too many people could ever claim they could do it, and he just did it right here. Look at this. The Olympic strongman showing why he represented this country. It's a shame he can't represent like that nowadays.
Now he's all about taking the shortcut, and he just split him wide open with those right hands. Zeke has been busted up, and look at Patera. He is on him like a shark on beef. Again, deadlifting him.
I'll tell you this, Ken Patera, he is the real deal. You may not like the man, but you can't take anything away. He is the real thing. And now you've got Superstar Billy Graham, indeed former world champion, former tag team champion. The Superstar knows how to take care of business, and that's for sure. The Samoans have had a rocky year, no doubt about it. They started out on top as the tag team champions, along with the guiding light Captain Lou Albano. Then they had a falling out after dropping those tag team titles. It appeared that they were back on track even without Captain Lou, as they managed to regain the tag team titles, but it was very short-lived indeed. Airplane spin now by Superstar Billy Graham, and around off it goes.
You know, I understand that doing that maneuver there, that airplane spin, it definitely puts your opponent in a dazed sense of reality, but at the same point in time, the person that's doing the spinning also doesn't exactly come out of it with their equilibrium intact.
Well, indeed, it's got to have some sort of an effect, I would think. Patera thought he might have had a shot there at a pinfall a little too soon, I would say. Especially with a member of the Wild Samoans. You're going to have to do a lot of damage to keep the Samoan shoulders down on the canvas. This is a match about retribution here. Twisted Steel looking to get some revenge on the team that took those tag team titles away from them. Another cross ankle sweep, nicely done. Ties up collar and elbow, sends him into the turnbuckle, and Patera getting a shot from Sika as well, and then Alpha with a shoulder tackle, taking him down.
Well, the interesting thing about this tag team is they really were last minute put together. Again, Patera technically is under contract as part of the Heenan family, but Bobby Heenan, under the circumstances, allowed it to happen. And look at this. Superstar Billy Graham just took Alpha off the apron, but in the meantime, Sika almost put away Ken Patera.
Yeah, we've got a battle going on outside the ring. We've got a battle going on inside the ring, and the referee is just trying to keep an eye on the action the best that he can. As are we. Up here in the corner now, Ken Patera fighting his way out. Here's the Irish whip to the rope, dropped down by the big Samoan. Back out. Oh, the elbow right in the jaw. And now follows up with a flying headbutt on Superstar Billy Graham, who's not even legal. Patera with a roll-up. He might outsmart him here, no. He's got that armbar on, and Sika with a roll-through. And driving a knee right to the head.
Wild Samoans, they are, call them what you will, they're brothers, and a brother team is always going to have a major advantage, in my opinion. They'd say blood is thicker than water. Well, you're looking at it right here.
Superstar Billy Graham with that press, and he got caught from behind. Sika with a cheap shot on Superstar Billy Graham. This crowd right now actually cheering for the Samoans. Can you believe that?
Well, I think they've come to appreciate them and respect them over the time now. And look at this submission hold.
Superstar Billy Graham had him up in the backbreaker. Could have ended the match if not for the save being made. And now Ken Patera will be the legal man. Alpha's going to have to thank his brother for that save, because I'm not sure how much more he was going to be able to handle staying in that backbreaker, that body vice, as it were. Ties up with Patera, sending him into the corner. Ken Patera does not want to spend too much time there, and it does appear that the Olympic strongman has been busted open.
Patera's bleeding right now. How badly is hard to tell.
Samoans now with a double team on Ken Patera. There's the trapezius nerve pinch. He has that cinched up. Patera trying to fight his way back to a vertical base, and he does. Belly to belly. No, not going to happen. Series of right hands now by the Samoan, sends him into the corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. That's going to agitate that. He is biting him now. Really doing damage to that open wound.
Well, we made the analogy earlier about sharks on chum, and I can tell you, the Samoans, when they see blood, they definitely become a different type of team.
Ken Patera stomping away on him. And now goes over to make the tag. The Superstar Billy Graham keeping the fresh man in. That's half the battle. Graham shoots him to the ropes. Back out, raw, back body drop. Oh, that was a big one. Making him pay the price here. Graham quite happy with himself at the moment. Sizing him up. What's he got in mind here? Oh, he's got him in the bear hug. This might be all she wrote. Indeed. The submission and another big win for Twisted Steel.
Well, Ken Patera, superstar Billy Graham getting a very decisive victory here over the Wild Samoans, and that's not something you can do easily. The Wild Samoans have been one of the dominant tag teams for a very long time here in the World Wrestling Federation. When you can walk away with a win like this,
not just a victory, but a submission, as we see right there. Superstar Billy Graham trying to make the save early on. Here's a double team coming up by the Samoans. And here Patera finds himself against the ropes with no one there to help, and he is being stomped into oblivion. And there you have it right there. Look at the pain on the face. That's the power of superstar Billy Graham. The upper body strength of Billy Graham cannot be denied.
that bear hug drew a quick submission.
Indeed. We'll be back, fans. Stay with us.
How can I get muscles like you guys? Wow, Mr. Wonderful!
You can start by getting in shape with a Hulkamania workout set.
Great!
It's got everything you need. Head and wristband, a jump rope for warming up, a hand gripper for power, dumbbells for strength, an exercise poster, and even Hulk's own workout tape.
The Hulkamania workout set. You from LJN.
Are you in shape yet?
Yeah!
Oh!
All right, fans, ready for more action here on Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling, the World Wrestling Federation on display.
Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 235 pounds, B. Brian Blair.
One half of the Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair. A date with destiny indeed. March 31st, Madison Square Garden. WrestleMania. It is going to be an amazing event. Our main event, Hulk Hogan going one-on-one with Andre the Giant for the World Heavyweight Championship.
California, weighing in at 272 pounds, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Brutus
Beefcake keeps coming out with these hedge clippers, these shears. I'm not sure exactly what he's thinking.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving to say the least, but you see that Tag Team Championship March 31st, that's what it's going to be all about. Right now, he is just trying to get, I think, into the head of B. Brian Blair.
Well, indeed, if I were B. Brian Blair, I'd be wondering about those steel shears, if nothing else. You do a lot of damage with something like that. Bell sounds, action's underway, backed into the corner, and now referee gonna try and step in between these two. Got a clean break to start the match off, and now Blair transitions to the headlock. Oh, he got him. Blair just caught him with a quick right hand. Referee had his back to it, didn't see it.
Well, you got to remember now, the Killer Bees have already had matches going up against the Dream Team here, so they already know what they're capable of. They've already been on the receiving end of cheap shots, just like that one.
Well, sometimes it is better to give than receive. Trying to draw a submission there a little too early in the match. And now Beefcake with the big forearm shot across the chest. Let me ask you, what do you think it would matter coming into March 31st for either of these two men to have a victory here tonight?
Well, I'll be honest with you, there's a psychological advantage if you got to win in general. I mean, just any match, if you're going in on a winning streak, that's going to put you in a different frame of mind than if you've lost a few. Now, if you go in there on a winning streak where the last match you won was against one half of the team you're going up against, that's definitely going to give you a boost of confidence, I would think. And by the same token, probably have the exact opposite effect on your opponent.
Very astute observation, and we'll have to wait and see. Blair doing a hell of a job right now. He's got that head scissor really locked in there, wearing down Beefcake. Now going for the cover. Thought he had him. Perhaps a little too soon. Blair driving that knee, and oh, hold on just a moment. What is going on here? It is not March 31st. This is one-on-one action here tonight. Blair turning his attention to Greg the Hammer Valentine, who's not a member of this match whatsoever. Referee, what are you doing? And Blair's got Beefcake up and drops him across the top rope. Now he takes on Greg the Hammer Valentine as well. B. Brian Blair taking on both members of the Dream Team all by himself. Jumpin' Jim Brunzell is nowhere to be found tonight. He's not even here.
Yeah, he wasn't scheduled to wrestle, so I don't believe he's even in the building. But Blair, look at this. He's holding his own against both members of the Dream Team.
Valentine off the ropes, got caught. Brutus Beefcake. I'm not sure what he's trying to celebrate. You might want to turn around and read the room. What a tremendous job by Bree. And now he's picking up a kendo stick. Going to work on the leg of Greg Valentine. Valentine wants nothing to do with it. He's trying to leave.
Blair's not letting him go. You want to be a part of this match? Come on in.
Beefcake catching Blair from the top rope, and now wait a moment. B. Brian Blair missing the target, and Valentine finally heading back to the locker room. Well, you talked about how it would bolster somebody's ego if they were on a winning streak. Imagine going into March 31st where you took on both members of the Tag Team Champions successfully by yourself.
Yeah, this is a totally different thing right now. This match now is a must-win for Brutus. The last thing you can do is let B. Brian Blair have the win after all of these odds.
Knee right to the head, and Beefcake trying to do some damage here to B. Brian Blair. Shoots him to the ropes, back out front, drop down, comes up. There's that running knee. He caught him with it.
Surprised he didn't go for the victory off of that. We've seen him do it in the past. That is a move that really gets the attention of your opponent.
Scoop slam, and now what's Beefcake got in mind? He's going up to the middle rope. Beefcake perched on that middle rope and waiting. Double axe handle down across the head. Goes for the cover. There's a count of one. There's two. He got him. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know what? He might have got the win, but I'm going to sit here and say it took two of them to get it done. Even though B. Brian Blair held his own against both members of the Tag Team Champions, that's a lot of extra energy he had to exert.
I'll tell you right now, coming off the knee off the ropes rather, into that knee is definitely going to change your ability to continue on in a match, and that's exactly what happened here. Count of three, and Brutus Beefcake has done the job. Fans, when we come back, we'll be hearing from the challenger. Hulk Hogan is in the house. Stay with us.
him!
Come on, you guys. It's only a little. A hungry giant!
Hungry for a big honey taste.
Big taste, honeycomb, big taste.
Honeycomb taste! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
It's not small.
No, no, no! Honeycomb's got a big honey taste. Big, big crunch or a big, big bite. Honeycomb cereal, part of this big, complete breakfast. Honeycomb's a big, big bite. Yeah!
All right, fans, we are back. This crowd has come up to their feet, and here comes the #1 challenger, the man who will be meeting Andre the Giant Hulk Hogan.
Well, it sure is real good to see all my Hulkamaniacs out here. Now, one thing's for sure, Andre the Giant is by far the greatest, the biggest challenge that Hulkster has ever gone one-on-one with, man. But on March 31st, Andre, you got a date with destiny, man. Let me tell you something, brother. When the power of all these Hulkamaniacs gets behind me, man, and I can feel the Hulkamania running through my veins, brother, I am gonna pick up that big old nasty giant right off his feet, and I'm gonna slam him right through Madison Square Garden. And when the dust settles and the smoke clears, there is gonna be a brand new World Heavyweight Champion here in the World Wrestling Federation, brother. And you're looking at the man who's gonna do it. Oh yeah, you may be a big, bad, nasty giant, and you've had your way with everybody else now. But when you fall under the jurisdiction of the 24-inch pythons, brother, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
What's it gonna be like on March 31st at Madison Square Garden? We'll find out. We'll be back in just a moment.
With wrestling superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly 'em and flip 'em in the Swing 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling superstars and new wrestling ring, each sold separately from LJN.
Indeed, fans, get your LJN wrestling figures at stores where toys are sold.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
The Hitman Bret Hart, one half of the Hart Foundation. Accompanied normally by Jimmy Hart, although I don't see him here tonight. A lot of question on who will be challenging for that title at WrestleMania at Madison Square Garden. We'll be finding out by next week. Speaking of which, next Saturday morning, there will be no Superstars program. Instead, that night, Saturday night, you can join us right here for Saturday night's main event. A very special live program, and it is going to be amazing. What a lineup it's going to be. Just days away from WrestleMania. Main event, we know right now, will feature Andre the Giant, Big John Studd on one side. On the other, it'll be Hulk Hogan and a mystery tag team partner.
Well, anytime you say mystery tag team partner, that really opens the doors wide open, and you don't know who's going to step through them.
Well, Bobby the Brain Heenan would have you know that there's nobody that can possibly do any significant damage to Andre the Giant and Big John Studd. They don't seem concerned at all. Fan favorite S.D. Jones here in the ring to go up against Bret the Hitman Hart. I will never take anything away from Bret Hart. His technical profession is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, since saddling up with the likes of Jimmy Hart, taking some tactics under his belt that I don't think he needs to do.
There's no doubt about it. Bret the Hitman Hart can win a lot of his matches, the same ones he's winning now, without any of the tactics that he's been employing. But when you're under the umbrella of Jimmy Hart, that's kind of one of the prerequisites.
Right now, SD Jones having a hell of an outing here. This could be one of those upset nights, and we've seen a bunch of them here on Saturday mornings. It wouldn't be the first time. Matter of fact, wouldn't be the first time it was SD off the top rope, and that elbow finding the mark. The Intercontinental Championship is not on the line, but don't tell that to SD Jones, who got a 2 count. My goodness, this thing is unbelievable right out the door. And the Hitman driven. Back elbow. And a big right hand to follow. The Hitman now after a side slam going for a cover. No way you're going to pin him that quickly. You've got to do some more damage, and I think he knows that.
Well, he's got something to say right there. He got into the face of SD Jones, barking something at him.
Got him with that nice clothesline right there. And again, we've talked about it in the past. The Hitman Bret Hart, his father, the legendary Stu Hart, the man who runs the fabled dungeon in Calgary, and he just sent SD crashing to the floor. What a landing, and SD is in trouble. Now the Hitman going after the arm of SD Jones. Irish whip reversed. SD sending the Hitman all the way down. And now what's going on? Stomps away on him. Referee's count continues, and these guys better pay attention unless you want a count out.
Well, you got to figure if you're SD Jones, the last thing you want is a count out when you would love a pinfall or a submission over the Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, big pile driver by Bret Hart. That might be it. You can do some serious damage. And somehow SD got the shoulder up, and he's hurting right now, and the Hitman knows it. He's going to take advantage. Goes for that sharpshooter, turns it over. Referee asking him if he wants to give it up. Look at him cinching in on it.
Well, Bret Hart released the hold, and I think he did that on purpose because he wants to administer more punishment. I think he's a little upset about the way SD started this match out.
Clothesline now, and SD Jones is picking things right up again off the ropes. Back body drop. SD is in control. Spine buster, and the Hitman is going to have to come up with a solution here for the SD problem. Head first into the buckle, and looks like he may have actually split it. Oh, yeah, the champion is bleeding. He caught that turnbuckle and busted him open, and now SD. Cross body, if he could have held on, that might have been it. And now SD Jones trying for the Boston Crab. The champion was able to grab the ropes, and now here comes the Hitman Bret Hart. Small package.
Almost trying to humiliate SD that time.
Driving a knee into the head of SD Jones. He's not just trying to win the match at this point. Bret Hart is trying to injure SD Jones. I really believe he is trying to do some damage. Look at the face. The Hitman not at all happy with what he may perceive as SD Jones taking liberties here on a Saturday morning program. Cross body. He can pin him anytime he wants, in my opinion, but he is just looking to administer more punishment to SD.
Yeah, right there is a good example as he just drags that leg over now, cranking up on the ankle and releases it. He could get a submission. He doesn't want it.
Well, he got a pinfall instead. The damage has been done. And still, of course, the Intercontinental title was not on the line, but nonetheless, hold on just a moment. Look at this. The Junkyard Dog taking up for SD.
You gotta love new WWF figures with real wrestling action. Jake the Snake Roberts versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah.
DiBiase lands a $1 Million punch. Match Hulk Hogan against the Macho King Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah, my elbow smash will finish Hogan, guaranteed.
Hogan slams him again. Match Andre the Giant against the Ultimate Warrior. Andre will squash the Ultimate Maniac. WWF figures so close to the real thing, it's like being in the ring.
All right, fans, we are back and ready for more action. Our main event is next as we see Pedro Morales heading down the aisle.
Introducing first, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 243 pounds, Pedro Morales.
Well, Pedro Morales, he is one of the top fighters right here in the World Wrestling Federation. He is an accomplished athlete. He has held championship gold before, and he wants to get back to that pinnacle once again. And tonight is a big opportunity for him, along with his tag team partner, Tavish, a man that we all know has done quite a bit of traveling throughout his career.
Indeed, this gentleman not in his prime anymore, but as he likes to tell people, he makes up for what he lacks in the power and speed of yesterday with the knowledge. He doesn't fight stronger, he fights smarter. And occasionally that's allowed him to score massive upset victories. And I can tell you right now, this will be the biggest of them all if he can get it done here tonight somehow.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough battle for these guys. You want to talk about uphill? This is the only direction this thing goes is uphill. And at the top of that hill is a mountain. Make that 2.
Bobby the Brain Heenan, that look of confidence. It'll be Andre the Giant going up against Hulk Hogan on March 31st, Madison Square Garden, inside of a steel cage. There will be no escaping the cage.
Accompanied by
Pinfall or submission only.
of 884 pounds, Andre the Giant and Big John Studd, the family.
We take a look at Andre with that World Heavyweight Championship around his waist, as it has been for several months now. The title that Bobby the Brain Heenan had to have commissioned specially to fit around the waist of Andre.
Well, you got to remember when they made that title originally, it was designed for your general professional wrestlers. Most general wrestlers are not over 7 foot tall and not 500 pounds.
Well, I dare say if you tried to put that title around anybody else, it would fall straight down to their feet. Morales kicking things off against Andre. Power slamming Morales, and that's amazing that that ring held up to this.
Look at the combined weight of Big John Studd, Andre the Giant, nearly 1,000 pounds between the two of them. Then you can factor in Pedro Morales and Tavish, and I'll tell you right now, I hope they took the time to reinforce this ring.
Oh, they must have. I think it would have already come down, if not. As Big John Studd continues going to town here on the back of Pedro Morales, who might regret starting this match. Studd was going to the ropes, and then he got to look at Tavish, and now he's got a change of plans. Stomping away on the arm, the hand, the wrist of Pedro is Big John Studd. And there's the tag to Andre. What? Bobby Heenan just rolling a baseball bat, and what is he thinking?
Well, that would be a disqualification. That wouldn't do his guys any good. If nothing else, that's the short end of the paycheck.
Perhaps just to distract the referee. If I was the referee, I'd be throwing him back to the locker room where he belongs.
Well, we've seen that happen quite a bit lately, especially coming from the camp of Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Andre continuing to go to work on the arm of Pedro Morales, yet to make the tag to Tavish. Meantime, these two giants just having their way with Pedro, who manages to kick out on a count of one. Another tag made. You know, if the day comes where Andre and Studd decide to focus their energies on the tag team division, that tag team title will not be around the waist of some other people very long, whether that be the Killer Bees or whether that be the Dream Team. 400-pound elbow drop right to the sternum. Morales feeling the effects now as he rolls outside the ring. Big John Studd gonna meet him. Has him up. Oh, and drove him across that guardrail.
Gonna be some damage done to Pedro Morales with that.
And now Big John Studd hammering away on him here in the aisle. The referee's count continues, and now Pedro has got back up to his feet. He's in there. Almost beat Big John Studd.
Well, he should have done with that advantage is made the tag, but look at Big John Studd cutting him off so he can't, and then hammering away with those forearms.
Studd from the ropes comes up, boot right to the face, and Pedro Morales. He's going for the Boston Crab. Turns him over, and there it is, sits into it. Butterfly takes him over. Nice reversal by Pedro. For the first time, Morales is in. What is Bobby the Brain Heenan doing in the ring? Give me a break. Morales just hit Studd and it didn't do anything. No effect. Big John Studd now with a bear hug. We saw how effective that can be earlier on, but Pedro able to escape the grasp. He needs to make the tag. Look at this. He's got Studd up, belly to back suplex. Are you kidding me?
What a size, what a show of strength right there. And Andre the Giant, I'm surprised he even made the effort. I can't imagine that one move would be enough to keep John Studd down, but maybe he saw or heard something.
And now Pedro finally getting some offense in and makes a tag out to Tavish. Dude, let's see if he can have any luck.
Yeah, Pedro right now paid the price for the last 5 minutes, and Tavish is going to get lucky and come in here when Big John Studd is in a compromised position. But the question is, can he keep him in that position?
Big John Studd. Irish whips him into the turnbuckle. Tag made to Andre, and now Tavish, welcome to the party. Oh, look at them going on town on Tavish Noon with those heavy forearms. Bobby Heenan barking in the ear of Tavish Noon.
Well, right about now, you got to think that Tavish Noon might be regretting some of his life choices.
Drop kick, and Andre is down. Tavish with a right hand. No effect on the champion at all as Andre comes right back, stalking him. Whips him into the corner. Now Andre. Oh, that we've seen this before. That hip thrust. And now takes him out of the corner with a hip heel. Throws him across the ring. Goes for the cover. Referee there for a count of 1. And Tavish sneaking out the back door. Andre not hooking the leg.
I don't think Andre's too worried about this match at all. I think he realizes, aside from that little blip on the screen, they have been dominating this match. And Tavish, I'm sorry to say it, but I just don't think he's going to put up half the fight that Pedro did. And Pedro had a really rough go of it.
The forearm of Andre right to the chest. You got to figure if Andre's weighing 520 pounds, that forearm is probably accounting for about 25 pounds of it. Tag made to Pedro Morales once again. And Andre simply throwing him down to the mat as if he were nothing.
Pedro's finding himself in the wrong part of town again. I thought Andre was going to make the tag to Big John Studd. Didn't happen.
He's dragging him over there now as Andre the Giant. This could be really bad for Pedro. Andre from the middle rope. Don't do it. Oh, he got crashing down. And Tavish Noon to make the save. Andre. Pedro is absolutely done. Nothing left in the tank after that, you gotta believe.
Now the double team just to make it. Oh, look at this. Big John Studd has got him in the bear hug for the second time tonight. We might be looking indeed. There it is, a bear hug submission.
Well, take a look at who's been applying these bear hugs and you'll understand why. The power that it takes to crush a man like that to the point of them submitting in a match. And you're talking about Pedro Morales of all people. We take a look back at some of the replay of the action that took place, and here was a big moment, that double team. Look at how they just beat the crap out of him. And we say crap on Saturdays?
Well, we just did.
Well, one of us did. Once again, fans, next Saturday, there will be no superstars, but join us at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Saturday night's main event. Who will be Hulk Hogan's tag team partner going up against these two men right here, Andre the Giant and Big John Studd, just 3 days away from WrestleMania.
Here are your winners, Andre the Giant and Big John.
We'll see you Saturday night for Saturday night's main event. So long.